Welcome to Business Decoded, where we break down how companies really make money. Let's decode today's business model. DoorDash takes 30% of every restaurant order. Restaurants lose money on DoorDash deliveries. But they can't quit because customers order through apps, not by calling directly. DoorDash has market power and restaurants have no leverage. DoorDash generated $8 billion in revenue in 2024. But unit economics are brutal. They lose money on most deliveries. The business only works at massive scale with restaurants trapped paying fees they can't afford. By the end of this video, you'll understand why DoorDash charges 30% when deliveries cost more than that, how restaurants subsidize the platform, and whether food delivery will ever be profitable. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only, not business or legal advice. Company references are from public sources for educational commentary. Trademarks belong to their owners. Consult qualified professionals before making business decisions. Here's how DoorDash actually makes money. DoorDash has 3 revenue streams: commission from restaurants, delivery fees from customers, and Dash Pass subscriptions. In 2024, DoorDash generated $8 billion in revenue, $5 billion from restaurant commissions, $2 billion from delivery fees, $1 billion from subscriptions and advertising. Here's the unit economics. A customer orders $25 of food. DoorDash charges the restaurant 30% commission, which is $7.50. DoorDash charges the customer $5 in delivery and service fees. Total revenue to DoorDash is $12.50. The driver gets paid $10 for the delivery, including base pay, tips, and incentives. DoorDash pays a base of $2 to $3. Customers tip $4 to $6. Peak pay bonuses add $1 to $2 during busy times. Drivers see the full payout before accepting orders. If the payout is too low, they decline. DoorDash has to keep increasing pay to get orders delivered. This squeezes margins. DoorDash classifies drivers as independent contractors, not employees. This saves on payroll taxes, benefits, and minimum wage requirements. But it's legally fragile. California and other states are pushing to reclassify drivers as employees. If drivers become employees, DoorDash has to pay minimum wage whether they're delivering or idle. This destroys unit economics. The entire business model collapses. DoorDash nets $250 before operating costs. $250 sounds profitable, but operating costs eat it all. Customer support, technology, marketing, driver acquisition. After all costs, DoorDash loses money on most individual deliveries. How does DoorDash survive? Volume. They process billions of orders per year. Losses on individual orders get absorbed by profitable orders in dense urban markets where delivery costs are lower. DoorDash also makes money from high-margin add-ons. Dash Pass is $9.99 per month. Subscribers get free delivery on orders over $12. DoorDash has 10 million Dash Pass subscribers generating $1.2 billion per year. Dash Pass subscribers order more frequently, 3 times per month versus once for non-subscribers. Higher order frequency spreads fixed costs over more transactions. This improves unit economics. DoorDash also sells advertising. Restaurants pay to appear at the top of search results. This is pure margin. No delivery costs, just placement fees. Advertising generated about $500 million in 2024 and growing fast. But the core business is commissions and delivery fees. And restaurants hate it. 30% commission destroys restaurant margins. A restaurant's food cost is typically 30%. Labor is 30%. Rent and overhead is 20%. Profit is 10 to 20%. When DoorDash takes 30% off the top, the restaurant makes zero profit or loses money on delivery orders. They can't raise menu prices by 30% because customers will stop ordering. Some restaurants do raise prices. DoorDash menus show higher prices than in-store. A burger that costs $12 in the restaurant costs $15 on DoorDash. The $3 markup partially offsets the commission. But customers notice. High DoorDash prices drive them to competitors or to picking up food directly. Restaurants are trapped between losing money on delivery or losing customers to price increases. Smart restaurants create DoorDash-only menu items with higher margins. Ghost kitchen concepts with delivery-optimized recipes. But most small restaurants don't have this sophistication. They just list their regular menu and accept the losses. Why don't restaurants quit DoorDash? Because customers order through apps. If you're not on DoorDash, customers order from competitors who are. You lose sales. During COVID, delivery became essential. Restaurants without delivery died. DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Grubhub became gatekeepers to customers. Restaurants had no choice but to sign up. Now customers are trained to order through apps. Calling a restaurant directly feels old-fashioned. DoorDash owns the customer relationship. Restaurants are vendors. This is DoorDash's power. They control customer access. Restaurants are interchangeable. If one restaurant leaves, customers order from another. DoorDash doesn't care which restaurant fulfills the order as long as they get their commission. DoorDash also has exclusivity clauses in some contracts. Restaurants agree to not offer lower prices on competing platforms. This prevents price competition and locks restaurants into DoorDash's terms. Restaurants tried to fight back. During COVID, some cities capped delivery fees at 15%. DoorDash responded by adding customer fees to make up the difference. Restaurants still paid less but customers paid more. These caps expired after COVID. Commissions went back to 30%. Restaurants are back where they started. DoorDash competes with Uber Eats and Grubhub. Combined, these three platforms control 95% of food delivery. DoorDash has 50% market share. Uber Eats has 30%. Grubhub has 15%. This oligopoly prevents price competition. All three platforms charge similar commissions. If DoorDash lowered commissions to 20%, Uber Eats and Grubhub would too. Revenue drops for everyone, so they don't compete on price. DoorDash went public in December 2020 at a $60 billion valuation. Like Airbnb, the timing was perfect. COVID delivery boom was peaking. Investors believed food delivery was the future. The stock hit $200 per share. But as the world reopened, delivery demand normalized. DoorDash stock is now around $70, giving it a $20 billion market cap. The growth story collapsed. DoorDash's path to profitability requires two things. First, autonomous delivery. If robots or drones deliver food, labor costs drop to near zero. Unit economics improve dramatically. Second, increasing order density. More orders per square mile means drivers cover shorter distances. This lowers costs per delivery. Dense urban markets are already profitable. Suburban markets are not. DoorDash is testing autonomous delivery with robots and drones. But regulation and technology aren't ready. Autonomous delivery is 5 to 10 years away at minimum. For restaurants, DoorDash is a necessary evil. You need delivery to compete, but it destroys your margins. The only solution is to build your own delivery system, but that requires capital and customers willing to order directly. For customers, DoorDash is convenient but expensive. A $20 meal becomes $30 after fees and tips. Picking up food yourself saves $10. For drivers, DoorDash is flexible work but low pay. After gas and car depreciation, earnings often fall below minimum wage. It's a survival gig, not a career. The bull case for DoorDash is autonomous delivery works and density increases. The platform becomes profitable as labor costs drop and order volume grows. DoorDash becomes the dominant logistics platform for urban delivery. The bear case is autonomous delivery fails or takes too long. Competition from Uber Eats erodes market share. Restaurants build their own delivery systems. DoorDash remains subscale and unprofitable. Here's what to do. If you're a restaurant, negotiate commission rates or limit your DoorDash menu to high-margin items only. If you're a customer, pick up food when possible to avoid fees. If you're a driver, track your actual net earnings including all costs. Now, next time on Business Decoded, we're examining Zoom. They went from zero to billions in 18 months during COVID. But what happens when the world returns to offices? DoorDash takes 30% from restaurants and $5 from customers. Drivers get $10. DoorDash nets $2.50 per order before operating costs. Unit economics are negative on most deliveries. Profitability comes from volume, DashPass subscriptions, and advertising. Restaurants can't quit because customers order through apps. Whether DoorDash survives depends on autonomous delivery and increasing order density. And that's how they built it. If this helped you understand business better, subscribe for weekly deep dives into the world's most successful companies. Thanks for watching.